Many people are unaware of safeguards. Again, I'll emphasize here the negative media opinion, because negative things are always picked up very easily, and media somehow is very good at picking up negative things first. Many media will not report what is good happening in this country. You can pick up any newspaper, there will be very little news on good, there will always be news on the bad thing. And bad also is many times is unsubstantiated. You'll hear something, 10 peacocks died somewhere, you'll report it. But I don't think any one of you will actually go and try to substantiate that did they really die of this or some other cause. People report farmers committing suicide. There are 101 reasons for poor farmers to commit suicide. One of them is their agriculture is not sustainable. There is no rain one year, all crop is gone. Whether it is biotechnology crop or whether it is a conventional crop, it is lost because they don't have capacity to absorb the risk. So I think this is where we need to emphasize, and media can play a very important role in actually giving the right information. Don't get carried away with what NGOs or some self-interested groups say. I can vouch because I work for a public sector. I have no commercial interest in this technology. My only interest is our stakeholders, our farmers should benefit from this. They should also be part of this new science, and farmer is always willing to pick up new technologies basically. As I said, opposition by activist groups. There can be a number of reasons for activists, self-interest or someone funding or whatever happens. And also there is always a mistrust of the industry. So whenever we talk of industry, we start thinking, industry is going to make money out of this. But that's not true, because our industry is a part of our own public sector system. All these guys are Indians basically. If they work for MEICO, so I don't think there is a difference between me to us. They work on one aspect, I work on other aspect. But we are all part of the same Indian public. So let's keep that in mind all the time. And so this question is, should we label or not? And all these things are debatable. But the question is, in a country like India, how can you label this? So you have to trust your science and the scientists. So if the scientists, because this whole technology, as Dr. Dinesh Kumar will cover, goes through a lot of rigorous testing. It's not that I develop something in my lab and next day I put it in the farmer's field. It goes through a proper testing process. There is a national, international guidelines. Next one. So there are several international agreements under which we work. So there are standard protocols are available for testing allergenicity, for testing of toxicity, everything. So I think the genetically engineered crops go through a maximum number of testing, which is not applicable to conventional plant breeding. And there are many examples in literature where conventional plant breeding can also produce toxicity. We will not go into that now, but if you're interested, we can talk about it. So as I said, I think public awareness is very important, and media can play a very important role here. This is something we have been doing. These are all your friends who came to ICRISAT under our media workshops. We show them how the technology is done, what type of involvement is there, and I think they have a much better understanding next time. And I still get many, phone calls from a lot of media friends whenever they come across a news and there's a confusion whether it is correct or not. In the middle of the night, I've been getting phone calls from Delhi or somewhere that is this news story true or is this fact true? So I think that's what we expect. The media should try to verify the facts. Don't say go to them or go to us, but there are many resources available in the country. You talk to people who know the science of it. Don't talk to people who make the claims without knowing the science of it. Okay. So, in conclusion, I think the biotechnology is a very valuable tool for eliminating hunger, poverty, and malnutrition. It's a strategic weapon for winning the next green revolution. We are all in science, in agriculture, working towards the second green revolution. The first green revolution, we already know what it did to us. The second green revolution will be how do we convert from grey to green? How do we the dry areas? The next green revolution will actually target the dry land areas basically. So let's harness this technology with due regard to consumer as well as to the environment. So thank you very much for your attention.